Now, the President of the Republic of Rwanda, His Excellency Paul Kagame, says that Rwanda has chosen to put its people first in order to achieve its set vision, including Vision 2050, which aims to have Rwandans earn at least 12 million per year each person. This is part of what the President reiterated in an interview with China's CGTN TV. Olivon Tete kicks us off.
Mr. President, it's been just a few days since we arrived in Kigali, but we've been...
In this interview, the President of the Republic of Rwanda first highlighted the journey to achieve the development that Rwanda wants through various set targets. Starting from 2000, President Paul Kagame has shown the achievements made throughout the Vision 2020 and the requirements for Rwanda to reach the Vision 2050.
We invested in our people. We educated them. And we are still continuing to do that, and there is a lot of work to do. We invested in health, public health. We built general infrastructure. We have invested in technology to serve different areas. Our people understand what to expect and what is expected of them in terms of their contribution. So we've done well in the last 20 years. The vision for 2020, beginning with 2000, maybe we didn't get 100% what we set out to do, but we are very close. Maybe we were at 80, 85%. So that gap of 20 or 15% constitutes lessons for us.
Rwanda's goal is to become an upper middle income country in 2035 and a high income country in 2050. In 2035, the gross domestic product calculated per capita will be more than $4,036, which equals to over 4 million Rwandan francs. And in 2050, it will be $12,476, which will be more than 12 million Rwandan francs. The President of the Republic, His Excellency Paul Kagame, points out that achieving all this requires leadership that prioritizes residents, which is what Rwanda is striving for.
The governing philosophy builds on understanding of our responsibilities and the challenges we have to deal with, but mainly putting people, the citizens of this country, at the center of everything we have to do. Talking about transformation. What are the resources available? What are the needs of the people? And how do they participate themselves? So the leadership we try to provide bears that in mind. Again, we understand that people have to participate, have to contribute, have to be brought into the understanding of who we are, what we want to do, and then go ahead and do what we have to do to get those results we want.
During this interview, the head of state was asked about respecting human rights, where some of the international media and some international organizations often say that human rights are not respected. President Paul Kagame once again showed where Rwanda stands on this issue.
We are measuring that against what we want for ourselves, for our country, and what we are doing. And if we were to discover that some things may make sense and we need to look at it, then we shall look at it. If we think some of it is just prejudice, it's malicious, it's biased, we shall keep that in mind and move on with what we have to do, and sort of ignore it, move ahead. Now, but also there's something wrong with that, thinking of these people who just have a habit of simply throwing blame and criticism all the time. For example, there are things we have been criticized for since the aftermath of the tragic history we had here in '94. Even with all the changes that have happened in the last 28 years, they keep referring to the same thing, meaning they are completely blind of a situation that has changed. So then you can realize that, no, there's something wrong by those who are fond of making criticism. The aim is to bring you down or put you in a place where you stay permanently.
The President of the Republic of Rwanda also reiterated on how people always consider Africa a continent of problems. On this note, he noted that Africa has developed and that it continues to cooperate, and also that its population is now close to that of China, which means that it is a market that can be exploited in the development of the entire continent, and that this is a journey that Africa continues to strive for. Olive Nete, RTV News.